Hey guys, it's Gemma and welcome to my new channel, Heyitsjemma. If you didn't already follow me on my other channel, Heyitsjemmaasmr, then you will not know that I have a channel already with about 20,000 subscribers, but I've started a new channel here for like beauty, lifestyle, just vlogs, anything that I'm like feeling comfortable doing, and I'm really excited to start this journey on this channel. So if you're from my other channel, then hello, welcome, and if you're new here, then hello, I'm Gemma, welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, doing my makeup video, and I'm actually going to be doing this makeup just to film some YouTube videos over on my other channel, so I thought I'd run you through my makeup routine. Anyone who's watched my other channel wondering what my makeup routine is, I thought that I would run it through with you guys today, so let's get straight on into it. Okay, starting off, I'm just gonna clip my hair out of my face. This is just so it doesn't annoy me when I'm doing my base. Okay, and then starting off for the base, I'm just going to run you through some of the skincare I use. So I actually use the Hydrating Milky Toner by oh my god, I cannot speak today. I'm using the Hydrating Milky Toner by Jemma, and I just put a little bit of this in my hand and then rub it in and just put that all over my face. Apparently toner helps your like moisturizer to sink in more. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I just do it anyway. And then just press that into my skin just so it all absorbs. And then for a moisturizer, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I love this stuff. I've been using it for literally like maybe 3 or 4 years now. It is just so good and it leaves your skin feeling so hydrated. So I just apply this all over my face and also down my neck, on my forehead. I've just realised I actually am going out later, so I'm probably going to do a little bit of my going out makeup as well, just so that I don't have to do it again later on, because that would just be not ideal. Okay, and then once that's set in place, I go through with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Primer, and I just apply this mostly on my T-zone or anywhere that I get like blackheads, and I just press that into the skin. Okay, and then whilst that's all absorbing, I actually go in with the Charlotte Tilbury, is it called like the Magic Vanish or something? I'm not sure, it's like a colour correcting, but I just get some of this on my finger and I do this under my eyes just to get rid of the dark patches under my eyes. This stuff is literally magic. Like, I don't know if you can see the difference. It's just so good. I like to wear this a lot even when I'm doing like no makeup days, just because it helps to really just brighten your face and lift those under eyes up. Okay, and then whilst all the base is setting in place, I start on my brows. So I use the L'Oreal Brow Lamination. This stuff honestly sticks my brows down all day long. So I just brush them up. And I like to do this before I've done my base, just so I can wipe the gel off of my skin without it ruining my foundation. And then I'll just press the brows down onto the skin so that they stick. They're looking a bit crazy right now, but I just like to then shape them. Hello. I feel like the lighting was really nice at the start of this video and now it's just like gotten dark, but it might also just be my phone lowering its brightness. Yeah, so like I said, I've just brushed it up and then I'll just stick the brows onto the skin with my finger and then just shape them at the end. There we go, and that's more or less brows done. I will go in later and just add in a couple like little brush strokes here and there where I think there might be like a little bit missing. Like, I don't know if you can see there. So I then just go in with a Q-tip and I just get off any of the excess brow gel that would be on my skin, because it just goes a bit flaky, this product. It might not be all products, but I find most eyebrow gels do sit on the skin kind of, and then the foundation makes it a little bit like bitty. Okay, moving on to foundation, I actually use the Flawless Filter and the Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal, and I actually mix these two for my base. It just gives you a really nice natural glowy base. This has definitely not got a lot of coverage, but I really don't need a lot of coverage because I kind of use quite a thick concealer anyway to cover up any blemishes that I may have. So once I've got the Flawless Filter on my face, I'll basically just do a line of this Lumi Glotion on all 4 parts of my face. And then just before this video started, I did wet my beauty blender. This is from Coco Cosmetics, and I'll just go in and start blending all of this together. Don't forget to always blend this down your neck and into your ears so you don't have like a weird line by your ears. I absolutely love these products mixed together. I just think that they look so natural and so glowy. It makes you look like you're glowing from within, and they're just stunning. I don't know if you can see. I feel like my camera looks really low brightness, but it might just be my phone. Okay, next is concealer, and I actually use 2 different concealers. I use this one for my face, and then I use a L'Oreal one for my under eyes, just because I think the L'Oreal one is a little bit too cakey for my face and sometimes makes me look a little bit orange. But yeah, I just use this one for kind of like any redness or breakouts that I may have around my chin, or if I ever get like a little blemish on my forehead, I'll also use this one. So I actually use shade 3 Ivory in the Collection concealer. I then just go and blend all that in with a brush. I use the Real Techniques brush. This is the Mini Expert face brush. I did actually have the large one of this, but I don't know where it went. I think I lost it, so I just bought the mini because it was cheaper. I do then like to go and set this concealer in place. I use the Fit Me powder. This is in 105, and I'll just get some of it on a, what are these even called? I can't even remember, but I'll just pass it down on my hand and set that concealer in place, and this also helps to cover up any redness that you might have. Right, so people might actually think I'm weird for this, but we're going to stop on the concealer for a second, but we are going to come back to it for the under eyes later. But I finish around the chin, and then I just go in with my contour. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow contour, and I go in and put this all over my forehead and on my cheeks. I like to do it on the higher end of my cheekbone just because it helps to really lift the face. And then I'm going to go and blend this in with my brush. This is PC16 from Peaches and Cream. And I kind of just do up and down motions for this. It's probably not how you're meant to do it. This looks like it's too dark for me, but just promise, like, trust the process. It'll look good. Also, don't forget to blend this down your neck so you don't get a weird line where you're a different colour. Okay, now that contour's done, I go in with blush, and I use the e.l.f. liquid blush. This is in shade Mauve, and you really don't need a lot of this, but I am actually running out, so I have to use a little bit more than I used to. I used to just use like one little dot, but I kind of have to like spread it out a bit now to get some off of the brush. Then I go in with the e.l.f. buffing foundation brush, and I just use that to blend this all out onto my cheeks, trying to stay at the top of my cheekbones, and then I blend it into the nose slightly at the end. Don't worry if it's a little bit messy or a bit too red, because we are going to go in and add concealer over the top of this under the eyes afterwards. Okay, once all the blush is blended in, I then go in with the L'Oreal concealer. This is in shade 322. And I honestly don't need a lot of this, and you just do 2 dots under your eyes, and then I'm going to let that set a little bit, just thicken in consistency. I don't know, I've seen this online before and I feel like it does do some form of difference, so I've started doing it. And whilst the concealer is just setting, I go in with the lighter Halo Glow. This is Fair to Light, and I use this for my nose contour. This is really good and blends out super seamlessly. So I blend this up the side of my nose, and I actually then go onto the eye and just blend it into the eye as well. The eyelid, not the eye. Once I've done my nose, I also then go in and add any extra eyebrow hairs I want to add. This is with the NYX Lift and Snatch. This is a really, really easy product to use, and it blends so well. And I just go and add in anywhere I want the eyebrow to be a little bit darker, basically. Okay, once I've done my brows, I then just go in and start to blend out that concealer. This is just another Real Techniques brush, and I just blend that up into my eye. And don't worry about the blending it into the blush, because we'll go back over that in a second. And then also down the side of my nose to help blend in that contour a little bit more. Doing your concealer after your blusher just gives such a beautiful like fade from the concealer into the blush, instead of placing it on top of the concealer. And to set the base, I go in with the Huda Beauty setting powder. This is the Cherry Blossom colour. It's beautiful, beautiful baby pink sort of colour, and I just get it on my powder puff, that's what they're called, and you get the excess onto my hand, and then essentially just follow my eye line up to my hair and down the side of the nose. I don't know if you can see like how this just literally erases any pores that you possibly have. It's just the best setting powder on the planet. Okay, next is eyeshadow, and I literally always come to this palette for every single makeup look, more or less. It's the Enchanted Icon Revolution palette, and I've literally just bought another one because, guys, this is my favourite eyeshadow colour I've ever seen in my entire life, and if you can find one... Why is it not focusing? And guys, I've literally just bought another one of these purely for this colour in this palette. It is the most stunning goldy pinky eyeshadow colour you will ever see in your entire life. So if anybody has a dupe for just that colour, please let me know, because I'm spending £8 every single time on the entire palette just to throw it away. So starting off, I go in with this kind of mauve colour here. It's kind of like a purpley pink, and I just use this all over my lid on the outer corner. Okay, and then for the outer corner, I go in with the darkest shade in the palette, and this is such a pretty brown, and I just use this on the outer corner and blend it out to kind of give a smoky effect. Once I've done the base colours, I then go in with the NYX Glitter Primer, and this stuff is honestly so good. It makes any glitter shadow that you have just pop so much more, and you honestly only need like the tiniest bit. So this has honestly lasted me like 4 years, and it's still not even halfway empty. And I just place that on my middle of my lid and then the inner corner. Okay, and then next I go in with my favourite shade, this one here. It's absolutely stunning. It's like gold and purple in the light. And then I just press that onto the lid. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Please, if anyone has a dupe for this, let me know, because... Oh. And then to blend out this colour, I just go in with the brush. This is a bit of a denser brush. Give it a tap, and I just start to blend that into the crease. Stunning. And then for the inner corner, I just go in with the one underneath it, and I just add that onto my tear ducts. I don't even know if that's the right term. Just to kind of brighten the inner corners a little bit. And then if you want to take it that little step further, you don't have to do this, but I sometimes do it, is use the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb or Crystal Bomb, whatever it is, and I just get some of that on my finger and place it on top just to give it that little bit of extra sparkle. Okay, so now that the eyes are done, I'm just going to go and brush off any excess baking powder that is on my face from the Huda Beauty powder. This powder is honestly like my ride or die product. It just makes your skin look so stunning. And then for highlighter, I use the Rare Beauty highlighter. This is in shade in Lighten. I did actually break it, which is really, really sad. But it's such a gorgeous colour, and you honestly need like the smallest amount, and it goes such a long way. And it's not like one of the highlighters where you look straight, you can still see it. It really is just on the highlights of your face. You can see it in the light, and it's just beautiful. How many times am I going to say beautiful in this video? Probably a lot. Some people don't like the nose contour on the tip, but I honestly just like... I'm obsessed with it. Okay, now that all of the base is done and the eyes are done, apart from mascara, this is actually something that I saw Maddie Ziegler do once in a, I think it was like a Vogue interview or something, but she gets a Q-tip and essentially licks it. And then she just uses that to get all of the concealer and everything off of her lips, just to bring back the colour. And then before mascara, I like to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. This has nearly run out, so I did actually just buy another one, thank God, because this is my holy grail product, I swear. I then just use a fan just to dry it off. I wouldn't normally use that many sprays, but because I am going out later, I am just trying to set that fully in place so nothing moves until tonight. Okay, and then finally for mascara, I'm using the Colossal Bubble. This is from Maybelline. I've just bought this, and it is honestly one of the best mascaras I've ever tried in my entire life. It's actually very similar to the Panorama. This one's just not as thick, but it's still basically very similar. This is normally the part of the routine where I would curl my lashes, but I have got a lash lift, so I'm going to not do that for today, basically. I need to bring like the mirror closer to do this because, oh god. Okay, and then once I've done my mascara, I just go in with a little spoolie and scrape off any dry remaining pieces of mascara that were on my skin, because this is such a good life hack to not smudge your mascara. And then I'll just use any leftover powder that I had on my powder puff earlier just to get rid of any shine anywhere that I don't really want to be shining, so kind of like the front of my cheeks, my jawline, and my T-zone, etc. Once I've set my makeup, I like to go in with some powder products. So I'm using the 17 bronzer. This is such a good bronzer and it's so affordable. I think it's like £4. And I just place this on the top just to bring back any colour that may have been lost in the cheeks and the forehead. And again, I also do this with blush. So I'm using the Milani blush. This is in Dulce Pink. Why can't I open it? There we go. This has got like a really nice little glow to it, but nothing too crazy. Okay, and then lastly, I just go and just kind of set all of that with a little bit of powder, nothing too crazy. And then finally for lips, I'm not really a lip liner type of girl. I always just kind of go for a gloss. So I'm actually using Gloss Bomb Sweet Mouth today from Fenty Beauty. This is a really pretty gloss with like a little bit of pink and purple glitter in it. And there you go. So that is my finished makeup routine for going out / doing YouTube videos. Sometimes I wouldn't do as much as this for YouTube videos, but I am going out, so yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit more. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked the look, make sure to comment down below, and also make sure to subscribe to help out a new channel. I'm really trying to grow this channel and I'm really excited to see where it goes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all in my next video. Make sure to also check out my ASMR channel. I will leave the link down in the description box below for you guys to all go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!